Politicians have plans for us.
Pass my plan.
I alone can fix it.
But most of life and the best of life happen when politicians butt out and let us create order as we choose.
People think of order like a military march, everyone dum, 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 marching in order. But a lot of the order that we see wasn't invented by someone or imposed.
The Atlas Network's Tom Palmer points out that just as a school of fish needs no leader, most of us, in most of life, just figure things out on our own. Spontaneous order, this Chinese philosopher called it. Economist Friedrich Hayek added that order results not from design, but spontaneously. For example, think about something we rarely think about, how bananas get to your market. They're always enough, so we have a choice, but rarely so many that they go bad. Yet no central planner calculates how many bananas should be grown, who should pick them, when they'll be harvested, how they'll be shipped, and how many to ship to each store. This happens because billions of individuals plan and react on their own. That's spontaneous order. And that's how we get most everything: food, music, travel.
Think about the spontaneous order on a road. Everyone going all their different directions.
Right. Look at all these people. Old, young, smart, dumb, some super dumb, and yet, even though we're going pretty fast, people rarely smash into each other. You need some rules.
Oh, absolutely.
Rules like pass on the left. But for the most part, people work this out on our own.
Think about language.
Gentili telespettatori, au cœur de la crise.
No one invented language.
Yet the world has thousands. Many times, experts tried to create one new one so we could better communicate.
There's Volapük and Esperanto. How many people speak these languages?
Almost no one. There's all these attempts.
They're not helpful.
William Shatner made a movie using Esperanto. It failed too. Esperanto failed because language evolves spontaneously.
And it is always superior to top-down systems that rely on the information in one brain.
Here are two examples from my town where politicians actually stepped back, allowing spontaneous order. And that made life much better. This is Central Park. Millions mingle here. Yet the park is beautiful and safe now only because government let go a little. My city government used to manage the park. And when it did, it looked like this. Graffiti-covered monuments. Trash was everywhere. Grass was a wasteland of dust. Then the city agreed to let a private nonprofit manage the park. Without a government order, people came together, giving money and time to turn the park around. Now Central Park is beautiful, and without lots of rules, things work.
Leave a donation right here.
Musicians thrive on donations, and although there are many, they figure out how to stay out of each other's way. The jazz this group plays is another form of spontaneous order.
There's no one demanding you have to play this note. Order emerges as the jazz players are going along in spontaneous form.
Likewise, skate dancers spontaneously chose a spot where they meet to skate. How do we make sure they don't bump into each other?
Honestly, there's no rules.
No one tells them where to go.
You just skate with the flow of the music.
You gotta bring your skates next time. Go faster, you go slower.
Several winters ago, I gave ice skaters directions to try to make skating more orderly.
You, turn left, turn right. It didn't improve anyone's skating. I made things worse. I wasn't helping?
No.
Take the microphone away from that guy.
But don't you need police on the skating rink?
Never!
Exactly. Spontaneous order works better. Back to Central Park, where I play volleyball. That's me. There's no volleyball boss. People just show up and play. Pickup basketball is famous for that. They know the rules. Otherwise, there wouldn't be a game, but who plays and the playing is spontaneous. The park Conservancy imposes very few rules. No one kicks kids off of rocks. No traffic cops boss people around. Walkers, runners, skateboarders, bikers, pedicabs, and horse-drawn carriages maneuver around each other. There are some rules. Obviously, you must get permission to shoot a movie scene like this. But the police ignore lots of law breaking. Unlicensed vendors sell things, and some people illegally drink alcohol.
As long as we're not causing trouble, we're good.
Government that governs less governs better.
Resolution 713.
But politicians want to control more things.
Resolution 704.
My town has a zillion rules. Run a restaurant and want to offer a few outdoor tables? Until recently, the city forced you to get permission from how many people?
9 or 11 agencies to get a sidewalk cafe.
9 or 11 agencies?
This restaurant owner can't remember all of them. It was the Department of Buildings, the Fire Department, the Liquor Authority, the City Council, the Controller's Office.
On and on and on. You had to get a lawyer, you had to get an architect, but it literally takes you a year.
But during COVID, they relaxed the rules.
These sheds suddenly appeared. They would have never been allowed.
Because they were allowed, streets came alive.
They loosened the rules.
They did it really quick, which is so unusual for the city.
If they hadn't done it,
If they hadn't done it, we'd be closed.
without an epidemic, this is simply not allowed. You'd pay such big fines, you'd lose your business.
We need that flexibility to allow people to experiment.
That freedom to experiment brings the best in life. Medical innovation, spaceships, things we can't even imagine yet. More politicians should learn from Central Park. And I can't believe I'm saying this, New York City's politicians, who during COVID let go a little.
Cheers!
Thanks for watching. It's spontaneous order that lets us make these videos, because people like you donate. So if you want to help us make more, click that button. And subscribe to make sure you get our next one.